Bjorn the Fierce is a green 5-mana 6/6 with trample. He gives other bears we control +2/2. At the beginning of combat on our turn, we get to put a trample counter on a creature we control. That creature also permanently becomes a bear, and if we then control 3 or more bears, we draw 2 cards. Bjorn is a simple card, just a huge creature with a straightforward game plan. Play other creatures, make them strong, and then attack until everyone else is dead. This is by no means a new strategy, but Bjorn does it exceptionally well. On the checklist of best features for Stompy commanders, he really hits every single point. Number 1. He's very well started himself. A 6/6 with trample for 5 is quite scary and is already plenty big enough to enable green's power matter synergies. Bjorn also doesn't mind attacking. He doesn't have any reason to not attack, and that's always nice. Number 2. He gives trample and has trample himself. Stompy decks absolutely require some level of evasion, and trample works perfectly. Number 3. He turns our early game utility creatures into threats. We can play mana dogs and land rampers without worry, because once we don't need them anymore, Bjorn can just turn them into bears with +2/2 and trample. Keep in mind that this type change doesn't end, it's permanent. We can buff up a new mana dog every turn while the old ones stay strong. Number 4. He provides card advantage. Now for this we need 3 bears in play, which at first glance makes Bjorn seem like a bear kindred commander, but we really don't need any other bears. Bjorn is the first. On the turn that we cast him, we buff one of our mana dogs into the second, and then on the following turn we play any other creature and turn it into the third. And from this point onward, we are drawing 2 extra cards every single turn. But that of course doesn't preclude us from playing bears, it just doesn't have to be the sole focus of the deck. Finally, number 5. He works well even if he gets killed. Again, the type change is permanent. If our opponents kill Bjorn, it's easy for us to just recast him and immediately get the buffs and card draw again. Now this doesn't work against board wipes, but mono-green Stompy is just always going to be a bit weak against board wipes. Worry not, we can build a deck in a way that this is still manageable by just including a shit ton of ramp. Bjorn is very clearly a bracket 2, bracket 3 commander. That's where he'll be the most comfortable. For our purposes today, I've built him bracket 2 and while keeping budget in mind. The deck is around €60 as of time of recording, although that will fluctuate as the Hobbit cards actually settle in price. I imagine by the time this video is out, it'll be closer to 50. Bjorn sits at a great mana value of 5. This allows us to play a clean mana dork-centric opening. We want to ramp on 1 mana, then on 3 mana, and then immediately play Bjorn on turn 3. The turn 1 ramp is of course the most difficult portion of this. We play 10 cards that can do it, Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, Arbor Elf, the standard stuff, but because of our budget restriction, also some that are a little less optimal, like Utopia Sprawl and Arboreal Grazer. The Lighted Halfling and Birds of Paradise were unfortunately a little too expensive for this deck, and because we're in bracket 2 we're not playing any game changers, but if you already own those cards then they are a great fit. But for the game changers, of course, take it into bracket 3. Our 1-cost ramp is really important because it's a requirement for the turn 3 Bjorn we are shooting for, so during mulligans always look for 1-cost ramp. We need at least 1, but more is fine too, of course. If we have 2 mana dogs, we can just go mana dog on 1, mana dog on 2 and Bjorn on 3. That works, but to increase those odds we also play a healthy chunk of 3-cost ramp. Although, to be clear, no Cultivate, no Kodama's Reach, we are playing creatures like Wood Elves and Clifftop Lookout. Enters the Battlefield ramp works best here, because it lets us get the mana we need and then frees those creatures up to attack. To that extent, we play a total of 14 cards that allow us to ramp on 3. This may seem like a lot again, but we really want to make sure we hit 1, 3, 5, and we want a lot of creatures anyways, so Bjorn can turn them into bears and we start drawing cards. These ramp creatures are also fine throughout the rest of the game, always providing a little bit of extra value whenever we manage to squeeze one in. Once we're past the early game, we have 2 primary goals. We want to keep putting threats on the board, ideally ones that will draw attention away from Bjorn, and we want to cast either a big ramp or big card draw spell, or best case scenario both. For big mana we play the fattest land rampers, Boundless Realms and Traverse the Outlands. If we manage to stick one of these, we'll have near unlimited mana and actually genuinely deck thin a significant amount, which can be quite helpful. Additionally, creatures. Ground Chuck and Dirtbag and Regal Behemoth double our mana, while Sakiko, Mother of Summer, Tanuki Transplanter, and Shriekwood Devourer give individual big bursts that make for explosive turns. Goreclaw, Terror of Qual Sisma, is here too, but mostly because she's a bear. We play a bunch of bears, of course, just for the vibes. I've been looking for a home for Evercoat Urson for a while, and Dancing from Dark to Dawn has to be in here, of course. My favorite is Gigantic Big Bear, especially since it works so well with our big draw spells. Garruk, Primal Hunter, Return of the Wild Speaker, Wishcast Expertise, Disciple of Freyalise. Nothing new here, but you know, these are the cards that work well. Aside from that, this deck is somewhat light on card draw, just because Bjorn already draws a lot of cards, so we don't need it as much. Instead, we're trying to keep pressure up and force our opponents to interact with us rather than develop themselves. Once our opponents finally begin casting removal, we have a little bit of protection to keep our board safe. Collective Resistance, Rapid Vigor, Dawnglade Regent, if that counts. I know that one is kind of expensive on the mana. This is where a higher budget and cards like Heroic Intervention or Asceticism would go a long way, but we don't desperately need them. If our stuff gets killed, we'll just redevelop. It's fine. We're constantly ramping and drawing cards. The vast majority of the deck is just creatures. We'll be back on the board incredibly quickly. Being mono-green and a green Stompy deck at that, our interaction is also a bit limited, of course. We got Ram Through, Super Combo, Beast within. I also built the deck with Bane of Progress in mind, so we don't have too many artifacts and enchantment, and Bane of Progress is often just a huge momentum swing, so it fits really nicely here. Finally, we got some overruns as finishes. Maskwood Nexus is also fun here. It can let us push a lot of damage because all of a sudden everything is a bear, so everything gets +2/+2. I don't usually like Changelings and Kindred decks because it feels like it diminishes the actual creature type, but Bjorn is a shapeshifter, so it feels acceptable to me. I'm now going to show you this deck in action. I went on to MTGO and played a Bracket 2 game for you all. If you want the deck list, it's in the description. If you enjoyed the video so far, please give it a thumbs up and check out my Patreon, which you can also find in the description. Over there, I also uploaded a less budget-focused Bracket 3 version of this deck with its own deck tag. So if you're interested in that, please support me on Patreon. Alright, let's get into the game. Okay, we're going second. Second sounds good. I like second, but let's try for a better hand. We can do better than this. Arbor Elf. 2 lands, Finthorn Elves. We're keeping this one. Lacoid, the Dark Master. Ooh. So it is removal stuff, but we'll see. I mean, like, maybe we're just bigger. Like, I can see that world. Urza's Saga. Ah, maybe we just Chomping Changeling that. This, it sort of works. We do need to draw another land. We have 2 draws to find a land. That's all. Urza's Saga level 2. I'm glad we've got this Chomping Changeling so we can destroy the inevitable Soul Ring coming out of the Ursa Saga. Land! Oh, we are blessed. I think I'm just gonna plot this. When that creature enters, it makes a mana, and we then use that mana to cast Bjorn. That immediately triggers the Outcaster Trailblazer and draws us a card. 6 mana Chimil. Oh man, we might need to destroy that. We've got another land. You can see that obviously we would have been able to do the thing, right? The nice thing is here, of course, that Chomping Changeling is a shapeshifter. So we get the benefit of having a bear in play anyways, right? Like this first turn, we would just set up a bear so we can next turn start drawing cards. But we can do that now anyways. Crucible of Worlds. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense with Chainer, right? You discard the land and then you play it out of the graveyard. That checks out. That checks out. Still only swamps. I mean, nonetheless, that's a lot of mana. Wandering Archaic. Well, that doesn't do that much against me. So now we cast our Outcaster Trailblazer. This does leave the possibility of a super combo open for this turn, but looking at the situation, I don't think it makes the most sense. So we're not going to be doing that, but that was kind of the thinking. All right, let's go into combat. Bjorn turns this into a bear. Gets +2/+2 and we draw 2 cards. Oh, look at this. There's a Wild Growth. Yeah, no, that's fine. Should have attacked with the Chomping Changeling. Sorry, MTGO is a little sluggish sometimes, and so I'm unsure if my input worked. And then I do it again. And sometimes that then gives me the input that I originally wanted. And other times, I now have it twice and I skip past combat. But hey, we're chilling. Like, we've got our car draw engine online, we've got the bear, and importantly, you know, we are ramping too, right? That's a really important aspect of this deck, is that we need to continuously ramp because our opponents will kill our stuff. They will try to fight us for our stuff and try to murder our board. And that makes it, like, all the ramp makes it so that we can still maintain momentum, we can still maintain our board presence, even if our opponents are very aggressive about removing our creatures. Liliana's Contract. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 more demons with different names, you win the game. That's wild. That's pretty cool. I like it. Ah, colored mana. There we go. Dream Devourer. Each non-land card in your hand without Foreteller's Foretell. It is a demon. That's the part that has me a little worried. But this is in your upkeep, right? Okay, so we have some time. I'm not gonna attack with the Fyndhorn Elves, but we're gonna just turn the Fyndhorn Elves into a bear. We do want to spread this out as much as possible to have a lot of bears. Oh, hey, Föderkor. This is... No, I didn't attack again! One day I will attack, I promise. I promise. This is... If you play this deck yourself, please attack. Oh, God. I am trying to attack. That one was just on me. I don't even have an excuse for that one. I'm sorry. I will attack next turn. I promise. We will attack. We'll play a Föderkor. Very good. And then we'll play Wasteland Scavengers, which is also a bear. I know, it's hard to believe. But this one draws us a card because of this fella. Now, we don't currently have enough mana to really do anything, so I think we'll just leave it at that. This guy's ramping. I do like it when people use Burnished Heart. Just like, sort of on this principle, I just like Burnished Heart. I think it's a cool card. Also, do you see what I mean with like Bjorn providing all the card draw we need? How crazy, right? Is it Chainer time? No, it's Solemn time. Based as hell. Valgavoth. That is another demon. When a creature attacks you or planeswalker you control, that creature's controller loses 1 life. That works with Valgavoth, yeah? Okay. Now, the important thing here is that we need to attack. Okay, we got another forest. I'm worried about the Valgavoth. The Valgavoth can grow to a point where it's just too big for us to deal with. And if it gets there, we are in trouble. So I want to Bridgeworks battle the Valgavoth and then get rid of Valgavoth. Good. So that's our problem out of the way. Got this Beast Within. I don't think I need to use that right now. So for the moment, I just don't know who I make to it. I think I'll probably just give this guy Trample, honestly. Trampling Death Toucher sounds like a good idea. Draw some cards, okay. I will attack here. I did not forget to attack. Are you proud of me? And then we'll send these 2 attacks over there. All right, friends. We did it. We found the attack button. Oh, man. Oh, you're actually blocking the Wasteland Scavenger. That is interesting. So the Wandering Archaic is down. I mean, Wandering Archaic is a scary card. So I'm kind of glad that that's gone. I think I might just play Garruk and make a beast. I'm just gonna make a beast. There are not a lot of attackers on the board right now. I just don't think I'm gonna get hit by 2 things. Like, I just don't think so. Ooh, Esoteric Duplicator. Sacrifice the Burnished Heart. This guy is ramping. This guy has one plan, and that is to ramp as much as possible. I respect it. I'm actually really excited to see the Sun Droplet in action. Sun Droplet is one of those cards that I've put into a bunch of decks because I was curious how it plays. And I've never ever in my life drawn it. See, this is something you don't want to do. You don't want to just randomly like slam removal like this, because that piece of removal right there just makes my board stronger. That's a big trap to fall into. You got to be careful with that. World map. Sacrifice it to find to find an island. Oh my god, yes. Yes, actually. Hell yeah, that's based as hell. I appreciate that. That's funny. That's funny as hell. Ooh, I like Doom Whisperer. I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually started playing Magic around the time this card was in Standard, because I saw it a lot at the time. And I played primarily on MTG Arena, and I actually had a pretty good time with it. But then the Eldraine era started, and all of these broken, busted cards came out. And I decided to like build decks with them, because well, what else are you gonna do, right? But then all of my decks got banned. And they were like, here are some mild cards. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do with these? That doesn't fix the fact that none of my decks are playable anymore. And then I stopped playing Magic. And then I started playing it again when I was kind of looking for social connection in real life. Okay, we drew a bunch of cards. So here's our Tanuki Transplanter. We will equip this over here. We always want to keep the equipments away from Bjorn because it makes it so that our opponents are less likely to target Bjorn since, well, he isn't actually the thing with the scary stuff, right? Like we want to spread out our threats to make our opponent's removal weaker. Bjorn makes this beast token into a bear. We draw some more cards. We attack. I kind of want to keep this guy around, so we'll attack here. We'll attack with... This is a 6/6. If you want to trade again, like, let's fucking trade again. I don't mind. Yep, no blocks. Very good. Or we could just play the Dancing from Dark to Dawn and then also play like a Soul of the Harvest. Because it gives me another resilient threat. And I want to make sure that when the board wipe comes, I can quickly and easily re-establish a dangerous board. Okay, now we discard. We obviously don't need this many lands. Look at this hand. Pure gas. Pure gas. Duplicant. Okay, so Duplicant is going to get rid of something. I wonder what. See, this is what I mean to spread out our threats. Because this Outcaster Trailblazer, like, it's the most dangerous creature on our board by a mile, right? But at its core, it's a 4/2. Now, it gets problematic if that thing gets looped a little bit. Then we might be in trouble. Ah, there's the Evolutionary Leap. Yep, that'll eat a good chunk of my board. I'm guessing Soul of the Harvest and Bjorn. Maybe the Tanuki Transplanter, though. Maybe. We'll return Bjorn to the command zone. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's another one. See, I'm glad we went for the Dancing from Dark to Dawn line. Flayer of the Hatebound. Enters from your graveyard. That creature is... Okay. Ooh, hello, Valgavoth. He's back. There is the Dark Master. So, but a bunch of other stuff that happened. Nothing I'm super immediately worried about. Leave Garruk alive, please. Oh, wow. You did? We have a forest. I like a forest. That's good. Whenever land enters, I make a bear. Yes. Oh, this card is great. And we cast a Bjorn. We put some counters on the Tanuki Transplanter. And we're gonna make that into a bear as well. Combat. Make this into a bear. Holy shit, this guy's huge. A 9/11? Oh. What an enormous dog. Bear. Alright, let's bring this in over here. This is looking like a super combo turn. I think we finally reached a point where that makes a lot of sense. I drew another Utopia Sprawl. I shouldn't have done the Arbor Elf stuff. Man, we can go even harder with that next turn. Can you believe it? You're double blocking. I am blown away by that. So do I Beast Within this? I kind of want to keep the Tanuki Transplanter around. But I actually can't, right? Because then this dude comes back and kills it. What does it kill right now? It comes back with 5 power. That's not enough to kill Bjorn. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna take out this guy. Oh man, there goes my Transplanter. I'm really surprised to see a double block there. Wasn't expecting that. Commander players don't like blocking. Okay, well, we still have 9 mana. No, my Finhorn Hells! How could you do this to me? Let's play the Dawnglade Regent. We can put a bunch of counters on this bear. Very important. Big bear. Holy fuck, this bear is huge. So now our stuff has hexproof. So long as we're the Monarch. But we are currently the Monarch. And then I do kind of want the Beast Within ready. I'll start by making a dude. Probably just play this for now. Admittedly, if I had done this the other way around, I would have been able to also play the Utopia Sprawl. Treebeard. That one has me a little worried. I think we're looking at a super combo next turn. Like, that's looking very likely to me. Oh, Fanatical Devotion. That's cool. We've been putting on pressure for the entire game. And I'm very satisfied with how that's going. I like Dawnglade Regent a lot. An absolutely devastating finisher. Well, it doesn't properly finish, but you get what I'm saying, right? Talking about finishers, there's a pretty realistic chance that next turn we can just go Rishkar's Expertise and hopefully hit like an Overwhelming Stampede or something like that and actually just end the game. There's Chainer. What are we casting? Demon's Disciple? Songs of the Damned. Ah, now we do have enough mana. Solemn. There's no such thing as a bad time for Solemn. No attack. Irma. That's fine. Blood Gift Demon. Man, I like the demons. What can I say? Dark Rit. Ooh, what is this? Doesn't have text on it. Deals 4 damage to target creature. Going for that Solemn. It's got Cascade on it. That's fun. Commander's Blade. Alright, alright. Goodbye, Solemn. Goodbye, buddy. Now, all of that surely would have come for us. Alright, that's everything used. We're gonna go ahead and just blow up you. By destroying this, we make sure that they don't have anything they can attack us with. And now we just need to find an overrun. We play some. I think 3. Let's make ourselves another bear. Utopia Sprawl onto this forest. There's a Rishkars. We're gonna draw 11. And we found not that much, actually. So Traverse the Outlands makes the most sense to me. That's gonna get rid of all the lands in our deck. We'll get 11. Oh, right. That happens. All right, let's dance a little. Let's make another dude. I think at this point we start trying to kill people. And I'm most worried about the demon guy. So I think we start with him. Okay, we make you huge. Absolutely enormous. Oh, there it was. Yeah, that would have done it for sure. But we do have Gore Claw. So Gore Claw actually helps a little bit. I don't really want to attack with Bjorn over there because I don't want Bjorn to die. So we're going to attack with Bjorn here. I'm just going to knock this guy out. Apologies, friend. Somebody has to go first. What are you taking out? Gore Claw? Yeah, okay. This is actually a bit of a thing where I feel like I have a very different behavior pattern from most people online. But generally speaking, my approach when I'm in a scenario like this right here is that I don't try to take anybody out or like anything out. If you got me, you know. I will try to survive, but if I can't survive no matter what I do, then I'll just die. Time to super combo some stuff, right? We have some mana here. How often do we want to replicate? We have 8 mana, so we can replicate 3 times. Perfect. So I'm going to stick 2 on Bernard because I really want to make sure Bernard dies. And then for the second one, I'm going to change the targets to these 2. Oh, right, that regenerates. I guess Bernard survives. I'm actually kind of glad that I put 2 on Bernard because now it kills the other 2 creatures anyways. So, oh, somebody did it wrong. Sorry, you gotta regenerate twice. Look, Super Combo is such a good card. It's such a good card, man. I'm a little worried about this tree beard. Pretty much all of these lands. We already ramped so much. Okay, seems our opponent doesn't have that much they can do. And we have a lot of bear tokens. Ooh, that's a scary card. I mean, that guy did also block with his commander. Plaguecrafter. Okay. Can I say, when it comes to these cards, pay attention that you don't use them in a way that hurts some players but benefits others. I mean, unless, of course, you are one of the players that benefits, right? You don't want to use your removal to strengthen an opponent. That's one of the worst things you can do. You really want to avoid that. No! Bear token number 1, 2? Number 2? No! Alright, this game is over. Cool! Bjorn! I gotta be honest, the mulligans, they can be a little tricky, but you'll get the hang of it. And we play Regal Behemoth. So long as we don't get Fog, which is still a possibility, that could happen. There's Bjorn, buff up this bear, and then Thunderfoot Baloth, buff up this bear. So now everything gets another +2/+2 and trample, and then we attack. This is quite lethal. Now, it's worth keeping in mind that this one fella is called the Frog of War. Aside from a fog, I don't really see anything that can go wrong here. And we got him. Ooh, I overkilled that guy on the left by quite a chunk, didn't I? Well, better make sure, right? I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate that. And don't forget to support me on Patreon. As I said, there's also a less budget version of the deck on Patreon if you're interested in that. Although you could see that even just this version right there is quite scary. Like, Bjorn is just a strong card. The mulligans are a bit tricky. You really kind of want to be ready to just kind of like go down to a 4, possibly. Like, I have gone down to a 4 with this deck and it felt pretty good. As long as Bjorn gets out quickly, we draw our cards, we are actually kind of fine. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for accidentally not attacking for 2 turns, but we made up for it afterwards. And I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.